Hello and welcome you to today's session. This session has been designed especially for the Tripura State Judiciary to help them understand, to help all judicial officers understand the basics of SCC Online before we sit for the actual online training. This session would help you understand the basics in respect to the features of SCC Online that provides, the database, and how to use the SCC Online. This is an initiative by the Tripura High Court to help familiarize you with the software before you sit for the session, which will help you, raise more questions when we're meeting for the online session. Now, the first thing first, in order to understand SCC Online, is to understand that this can be accessed from any browser. It can be a Google Chrome, it can be a Firefox or Safari for that matter. It can also be accessed through mobile phones. First and foremost is the browser. In the browser, you just type in scconline.com, like I've mentioned over here, and you'll be taken to this particular page. You can open it through Google as well if you want to go that, through that route. When you come over here, there's an option of data coverage. If I click on this and click on Web Edition, it'll give me a fair idea of what all databases are we providing to you. Just to give you a summary of it, just to have a quick summary of the databases. We have all your Supreme Court vintage judgments, your Federal Court Privy Council judgments, that's before independent judgments from 1836 to 1949. All the high courts, tribunals, several tribunals, articles from various journals. Then Law Commission reports, Central Acts, State Acts, notification circulars, instructions, and the data is huge. So we can have a look at it to get a fair idea what has been covered over here. Let's get into the login part. Once you click on login, you'll be asked for the ID and password, which will be provided by us to you. You click on this. You'll be taken to the software. And once you reach to the software, you'll be seeing this landing page. This is SCC Online Dashboard, which gives you different methodologies, different methods to do a research. There are three different tiles. One is Research Plus, then you have My Library, and then you have Links. Research Plus is denoted by blue tiles, which simply means that you would be using these tiles when you have a particular word in your mind, a section number of an act, citation for that matter can be used from here. Find by party name, the name of, if you want to search with the party names coming over here. Find by topic on a particular topic is something similar to over here. GST Rate Finder is not available to the judicial members, so I'll skip this part. Word and phrases will be a dictionary for you, an online dictionary. On the other hand, the library part will give you the access to the same database that we have just talked about. However, the methodology will differ a bit. In the blue tiles, we were searching something by typing something. In this, you'll just click on and you'll just see the information as it is mentioned on the screen. I'll give you an example of each and every tile, but I'll keep it very, very simple because this session, I wanted to make it concise and to the point. Let me start with the first one, word search. Now, word search is like a Google search. There are a few exceptions to how you do a search on Google and on this platform. But to keep things simple right now, like I said, I'll just explain smaller thing. Let's suppose I'm looking for a judgment on a particular topic. For that matter, let's say culpable homicide. What's going to do is, and just click on search. It's going to search for culpable homicide in the entire database. So database that we spoke about, Supreme Court, High Court, Privy Council and all, it will search in the entire database. And the result screen, once it loads up, will look like this. It says the digest notes, which is the core of SCC Online, which is the specialty of SCC Online that we make head notes for each and every judgment, which helps you understand the judgment in a better way. Because rather than reading the full judgment, you can read the head notes. So this is the head notes kept over here. Some people call it ratio, some people call it head notes, digest note, law points, case notes, whatever you feel you can call it. It's in simple words, it's a summary of the cases. Then you have judgment. If I click on the plus sign of judgments, all the High Court judgment, all the Supreme Court judgment will come over here. I can click on the plus sign of High Courts. It'll give me High Court wise judgment. Then similarly, the acts, bills in Parliament, rules, notifications, articles, everything has been searched together. And right now it says article, and over here it says Supreme Court. If I click on Supreme Court over here, you can see the Supreme Court is coming over here. This says A. A means it's an article. It says D over here. D means it's a digest note, not a full judgment. It's just a head note. And 2 means the judges who were part of the quorum in this judgment were 2. So it's a divisional bench judgment. If I click on the plus sign of judgments and click on only Supreme Court, I can take this cursor in front of anything and it'll give me the option only, which simply means if I click on this only button, it will only and only show me Supreme Court of India judgments. And there we have it. I have all the Supreme Court of India judgments on culpable homicide appearing in front of me. There we have it. I can save this information. I can email this information. I can take a printout. I can do other things as well. But let's go forward and we'll come back to all these things in a later part. Okay. I click on this and this will give me the dashboard. Just bring the dashboard again. Going to the next search, find case law by section. This is a search wherein you'll be using the search when you have to look for a particular, you have to look for a judgment on a particular section of an act. So let's take National Instrument Act and find in title. It'll give me the entire act over here. Depending on what section do I need to find the judgments on, I can click on that, like this one, this order of check 138, and click on go. The similar pattern that we saw a few minutes back of the result screen, the 3-column structure, the same structure will come back again. So just to ensure that you are not being directed to a different page every time, the result screen will look the same. Only the input method will change. Moving ahead, find by citation. Now this search will, like it says, find by citation. So you'll be able to find a judgment with the help of citation, irrespective it's SCC or AIR or DRJ or Gordy Law Times, whatever it is, you can use that particular citation. For that, you click on this drop down. You can select your journal from the list. The list is exhaustive, pretty exhaustive list over here. And once you select that, it will then let you give you the format of the citation. And over here, if I just take the citation and get citation, it'll open the full judgment for me. So this is a search by the citation. There we have it. Now we see it says judgment is 1 and the digest notes are 82. And it says J5. J means a full judgment, which has the full text and the head note. And the 5 denotes the number of judges in the quorum. So in this, it says Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi, Justice Bob Day, Justice Chandrachud, Justice Bhushan, Justice Abdul Nazir sir were the part of the quorum. And D5, 5 you already know what the 5 means. D means it's the first law point, second law point, third law point, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Moving ahead. Or let's take one more look. We can take a printout of this. So I click on this. There are 2 options. One is a true print, another is a non-true print. A true print is exactly the copy how it was printed in the law reports. So if you want the exact photocopy of the law reports, you can click on true print. And if you want the intent printout, which is like the one which is you're seeing on the screen right now, then you can click on non-true print. In the actual live session, I'll show you the example. I'll show you the differences of both when we come into the live session. Moving ahead, find by party name. Now you have a party name with you. You can simply search from this. First, it says select your court. So you select your court. Is it a Supreme Court, Federal Court, or a High Court? Or you can say all jurisdiction. Let's say Supreme Court. And over here, you can just write any party name that you have in your mind. Let's say I write Neelabati. There we have it. And search. You don't have to write the full party name. First name, second name would also will help you find the judgment. And there we have it. If I click on this, I can double click on this, or I can click on go. It will open the full judgment right over here. And within few seconds, it will show you the judgment with the head notes right over here. So digest notes are 8, 1 judgment, and there you have the same information like we saw it in the find by citation. Moving to the next one, find by topic. So what we did is the way we did the search in word search, find by topic is something similar. The only thing is Over here, the main heads, the hierarchy is already mentioned. So let's say I click on Constitution of India. So under Constitution of India, what am I looking for? Article 136, 141. Then if I say Constitution, let's say contempt of court. Now what I'm looking for, civil contempt, criminal contempt, nature and scope. So depending on the topic I want to see his judgments on, I can click on that. Let's say I say civil contempt. And now when I do that, it says search and digest notes over here at the bottom and search everywhere. If I say search and digest note and click on go, it'll only and only going to give me the head notes on this topic. However, if I click on search everywhere, it's going to give me civil contempt as a topic. Like I did a search in the word search for a culpable homicide, it'll give me the same kind of search. The only difference between the topic guide and this is in this word search, you type everything. In this, you select from the top down the headings. The last search over here is words and phrases. Now in words and phrases, like I said in the starting, it's a dictionary. So let me click on this. And over here, any word that comes to your mind that you would want to see a definition of, you can come over and you can type it off. Let's say if I write the word bias, the meaning of bias will come over here. And that shows right away. The first definition is here, second one is here, and I'm sure the third definition is starting from here, and so on and so forth. So this is where you can find the, definitions of a particular word that you have in your mind. Clicking on this dashboard again. Now moving to the My Library part. Now this is, like I said, you don't have to search in this. You just select. So let me give you an idea of it. Browse created topics. Now over here, what we have done is, like it says, browse create topic. That means someone has created something for you, the created topics. So the topics, main topics are mentioned over here. And depending on what you need, let's say I want to see something on environmental law. So I click on environmental law. It'll give me the subtopics which are coming under environmental law. Now, just be apprised if you've noticed something. We have not typed anything. We are selecting the topics, and then there are subtopics over here. So it says conservation of nature and protection of environment, noise pollution, pollution, hazardous waste, and waste management. Let's click on the last one. Now, under this, it says we have handpicked some statutory law which are related to this topic, rules and regulation, case laws, and treaties and conventions. If I click on statutory law, it's giving me all the acts which are related to this topic. If you see this entire act is coming over here. However, the last entry, which says Chemical Weapon Convention Act, if I click on this only gives me a particular section of an act, which means that the entire act is not relevant to this particular topic. However, this particular section is, and that's why you have only this particular section. Similar thing applies on the rules and regulation. All the rules and regulations which are related to this topic of our choice, that is pollution, hazardous waste, and waste management, is coming over here. And this is a favorite part, the case law. Now, there might be so many judgments if you search for this topic in the word search, but giving you a handpicked judgments on this topic, which has made a significant impact, those are coming over here. And it says it is apparently the UK judgment. So if I click on this, that UK judgment comes over here, which has done, I think, which is really, really important judgment on this. And I'm not really, saying that this is only one judgment. This is a very, very new feature. So you will find a lot of new judgments keep on pouring in over here. But these are handpicked information, all that you see over here. Let's click on this icon again to bring the dashboard. Browse law report, I'll leave it right now. Browse judgment by court. This is just a simple idea. You can select any of this. The methodology remains the same. It's just the information is different. Like it says browse judgment by court. It'll say that, do you want to look for Indian judgment? I say yes. So I click on Supreme Court. From which decade do I need the information? So 2020, 2020? Yes, that's the current decade I want to see the information from. Which month? December 18th. And there we have it. So the judgment which were decided in the Supreme Court of India on December 18th. So this way you can click on it and you can get the information right over here. Without noting the party name, without mentioning the citation and all, you can get the judgment by date wise. Click on this again. Browse acts and rules. All the acts, central acts, state acts are available over here. So you can have a look at its entirety. So Constitution of India, Central Acts, State Acts, and everything is given over here. Let's click on Central Acts. All the Central Acts are mentioned over here. The principal ones are mentioned over here, which are used on a daily basis. Others are alphabetically arranged. So if you don't see it over here, you can see it in the alphabetical order, or you can also search through this. Let's take an example of Penal Code, Section 1 to 267. So the acts which are really big, we have bifurcated into two parts, two or sometimes three parts as well. And there we see the full Bail Act is mentioned over here. And now in the middle of the Bail Act, there's something in the blue color, which is coming very consistently after a few scrolls. Now this is something that our editorial department has done work on. So what it means is that on wrongful gain as a topic under Section 24, this is one judgment which says the expression wrongfully gain includes wrongful detention, and wrongful loss includes being kept out of property as well as being wrongfully deprived of property. Now this is the wordings from the judgment, and judgment is Krishan Kumar versus Union of India. Citation is this. So there might be so many judgments on wrongful gain, but this is, as per Rule 1, this is one of the important judgments. I would not use the word landmark, because it can be interpreted in a lot different ways. I'll call it as an important judgment. So if I click on this, it will open the full judgment into a different tab as well. So you can read that judgment. Once you read this part, you can go back and you can go back to your original Bail Act. You can save the entire Bail Act over here on a local drive, including these blue color information. Next search would be browse articles. So in the word search, when we did for a search for, you saw that there was an article on culpable homicide. So there is a way you can do a search on that. On a particular topic, you can see articles. However, if you wish to go through the list of articles that we have, list of journals that we have and the articles in it, you can come over here. The list is huge. The good part of this also includes your SCC journals, which are the articles that are published in SCC, and also in Practical Lawyer, which are both SCC journal, SCC publications. So you can see that. And if I click on this, it simply shows it over there. However, if I let me take it Law Weekly. And so it'll start showing me related to that entire volume, which was there published, and all the topics which were discussed. So like if you see it says, there's a article on photographs of newly appointed judges. So if I click on that, there's an article on that. Or I think there's just a Law Weekly. I just put in the picture. Okay, that's a 2016. Let me take another example. Let's say Legal Law Journal. Now it'll give me the volume-wise information. There we have it. And then further, it will give me a topics or the headings of the articles. Depending on the heading that is relevant to me, I can choose this. So let's take this one, temporary injunction under the Code of Civil Procedure and Analysis. If I click on this, I can get the information right over here. The only difference between word search and this is, in this, you can see the topics, and then you can make a choice that you want to read this article or not. And in the word search, you type for something that is on your mind. Going ahead, Brown secondary material will give you similar access. The methodology will remain the same, but the information will change. You have your bills in Parliament kept over here. You have your Constitutional Assembly constitutional documents available over here, which include the Constitutional Assembly debates, few historical trials, then policy documents pertaining to different ministries are available over here. I can click on any of this. It'll give me all the policies in one place. Then reports of commission, all the reports and commissions are mentioned right over here. And moving next to the last one, browse treaties will give me access to the bilateral and multilateral treaties that has taken place till now. There we have it. Anything that you click, you come over. So methodology in a browse remains the same. You click on it, you select, and that's about it. This brings us to the end of the basic of SCC Online. I hope this particular detailing helped you in understanding how the SCC Online works. And I'm looking forward to all of you to welcome you in our session when we get the approval from the Honorable High Court. and we'd love to be at be of your service. My name is Chetan Gill, and I thank you on behalf of SCC Online for attending this session. And please let us know your feedbacks, and we'll see you soon for the next training session. Thank you.